Hi everyone, it's great to be here. My name is Anthony Stavrakis and I'm part of our partner growth team here at Roku. First, let me just say how energizing it is to be in a room with all of you. This community is packed with talent, creativity, and vision. And gatherings like this are a constant reminder of why the work we do together matters so much. At Roku, we keep one principle front and center. When our partners grow, we grow. It's that simple. You rely on us to help you reach and scale audiences, and we rely on you to bring the kind of content that keeps streamers engaged. That partnership is the engine that powers this platform. So whether this is your first summit or you've been here before, my hope is that you walk out of here with fresh ideas and clear opportunities that you can act on right away to scale your business. So let's get started. Over the next 15 to 20 minutes, we're going to zero in on one question. How do we help you accelerate growth on Roku? We'll start with a simple framework that shows how publishers think about compounding growth on our platform. From there, we'll bring it to life with the tools, touchpoints, and experiences, free and paid, that publishers can leverage to fuel growth and efficiency within their app or channel. And we'll wrap with ad performance and optimization strategies that can help you scale smarter. And we will also have time for Q&A at the end of this presentation, so please scan the QR code on the screen to ask questions at any point. So let's dive in. With so much content on Roku, publishers face three critical challenges: making content discoverable, keeping viewers engaged, and monetizing effectively. Every title is monetized in some capacity, whether ad-supported, subscription, or a hybrid of both. That's why tapping into audience growth is foundational and why the most successful publishers on our platform use this framework to scale. We think of it as three connected loops: acquisition, retention, and monetization. Acquisition is about bringing the right viewers through content, distribution, and advertising. Once they arrive, retention is critical. The longer viewers stay, the more ads they see, and the longer they remain subscribed. That's where personalization, content, habits, and a seamless experience all come into play. Monetization is where attention turns into revenue. In ad-supported models, revenue scales with view time. In subscriptions, it's recurring revenue. And here's the virtuous cycle. As revenue grows, you reinvest into content, marketing, and product. Viewers discover more of what they love, engagement deepens, and monetization builds. So that's how the growth flywheel functions on our platform. But the real power comes when they operate in unison. That's when revenue growth starts to compound, and that's what ultimately drives profitability to your app or channel. The math is simple. Lifetime value must exceed the cost of acquisition. If it costs more to bring in a viewer or subscriber than they'll generate over their lifetime, the model breaks and profitability erodes. And our focus is helping publishers build loops that bring audiences back, increase engagement, and grow value. So every dollar invested pays back many times over, and we're committed to helping developers, publishers, and advertisers do this profitably within our ecosystem. But not every publisher starts from the same place, and that's why Roku's platform is built to help you wherever you are on your journey. Whether you're a major publisher expanding your footprint, or a new developer building an audience, we want to meet you where you are. You can choose the tools to fit your strategy, whether on platform or off, broad reach or niche targeting, and whether you have a budget to invest or you just need smart and free ways to optimize, we're here to help. Now let's look at the tools and experiences that actually power and bring the audience framework and flywheel we discussed to life, through 4 core moments on our platform that can help publishers acquire, retain, and monetize effectively. First, setup. At device activation, streamers receive personalized recommendations. It's a moment that often gets overlooked, but it's one of the most early and effective drivers of acquisition, initial engagement, and even monetization through exposure to premium or promoted content. Next, doorways. Discovery starts on the Roku home screen. 68% of users begin their search here, and nearly half say it actively helps them decide what to watch. Then experiences. Once viewers are inside the platform, they enter immersive environments, including zones, playlists, and offers that surface content. These experiences keep audiences engaged and support monetization through both organic and paid discovery. And finally, sit back and stream. In session, we deliver video, engaging ad formats, and even transactional opportunities with a single click. Now, let's zoom in on the very first moment discussed, setup. Every year, millions of users activate a new Roku device. And that's where initial channel setup, or ICS, comes in. It's the very first touch point, a short required survey that drives personalized channel recommendations. With just one click, your channel can be installed before users reach the home screen. And it works. In 2024, ICS drove 24% of all channel installs. For partners, that means instant awareness, setup, personalized reach based on user interests, and real growth in installs and viewership. Shifting gears, let's talk about doorways. Roku is innovating the home screen experience for consumers and publishers. These are placements that reach viewers at the exact moment they're deciding what to watch. Right on the Roku home screen, which reaches 125 million streamers in the US every day. The Spotlight ad puts your content first, and it's quite literally the first thing a viewer sees when they power on their Roku. The Marquee ad takes over a third of the home screen, greeting viewers the moment they turn on their TV. It's a proven way to surface new content, drive installs, and stay top of mind, with 57% of streamers seeing it at least 20 days in any given month. The Billboard ad is another powerful gateway to reach streamers before they watch. It lives inside Roku City, our iconic animated purple downtown. It's a destination millions of streamers see every day right in their living rooms. Together, these doorways transform everyday behavior into high-impact moments for our publishers. Shifting into experiences, for our most ambitious publishers, there's an opportunity to surprise and delight streamers through integration into Roku Showroom. Showroom is an immersive destination where viewers can explore, engage, and learn more about your title or brand. It brings your content to life, from trailers to character introductions to interactive overlays that drive audiences straight into your content. And it's effective. 7 in 10 streamers told us the Showroom experience improved their perception of brands. Just as Showroom creates an immersive way to showcase new titles, we've also built tailored destinations for specific genres. And when it comes to sports, the opportunity is massive. That's where Roku Sports Zone comes in. For partners with sports content or rights, Sports Zone is the fastest way to get your fans into your app and watching live. We make it seamless. Games, highlights, and events are surfaced right inside Sports Zone with multiple entry points to keep your app top of mind for sports fans. The integration requires no investment, and once you get going, there are opportunities to promote your content with paid placements. And it's the right audience. 61% of Roku users say live games is the sport content they watch most. In fact, visitors to Sports Zone stream 45% more hours on SVOD services than the average Roku user. We just looked at how destinations like Sports Zone connect fans with content, but the real impact comes once they're in session, streaming their favorite shows and movies. That's where stream experiences come in. Roku video ads reach viewers at the exact moment they are most engaged, on the couch in front of the TV. It's the perfect time to showcase your library and move streamers from interest to action. And by pairing a video with clickable overlays, you can drive installs or subscriptions in real time. With this product, we try to make it possible to have discovery and conversion happen in the same moment. Last but not least, I wanted to discuss performance and optimization solutions on our platform, and I'm excited to share one of the products I believe represents the future of performance on Roku, our CPA solution. For years, CTV has been sold on a CPM basis, effective yes, but not always tied directly to outcomes. With CPA, we flipped the model. Now advertisers set a cost per acquisition target, define the outcome they care about, whether that's installs, signups, first-time viewers, or subscriptions, and Roku directly optimizes towards that goal. This is a non-guaranteed spend product, which means investment is only allocated when performance can be delivered at the target. In other words, dollars work harder, and every impression is accountable to the outcome. And Roku is uniquely positioned to deliver this, because we own the direct relationship with the streamer. We leverage Roku first-party data to understand how they watch, how they engage, and how they respond to advertising. That proprietary data powers our performance model, predicting who is most likely to convert and suppressing anyone who has already taken that action. And for publishers just starting out or working on more agile scale, Roku Ads Manager is the easiest way to get started with video ads. And for display, Roku Ads Manager for entertainment makes it just as simple. Both are self-serve platforms built for speed and simplicity, with a low barrier to entry and the flexibility to move at your own pace. The minimum spend is modest, but the tools are powerful. Quick campaign setup, easy budget management, and simple creative upload. In just minutes, you can launch and optimize campaigns. As we wrap, I'll bring us back to the core idea. When our partners grow, Roku grows. Today we shared a growth framework for scaling efficiently, the tools to bring it to life, and the ad strategies to help you scale smarter. But the real takeaway is that our team is here to partner with you every step of the way. Thank you for your time, your creativity, and your partnership. We're excited to keep building the future of streaming together.
So we're jumping straight into Q&A. Let's get started. So first question we've got, Anthony, how do you recommend we split up our money between acquisition versus retention tactics? What % of investment should go to which?
Yeah, that's a great question, and Nicole, I'm echoing a little bit here. That's a really good question, and I think the split largely depends on the maturity of your business, right? I would say early stage businesses will lean more into acquisition because they haven't hit, a certain level of scale or any, right? The balance naturally shifts towards retention, and that's the typical evolution of any investment on Roku, and I would say on any platform more broadly. But I think in order to think through the split between acquisition and retention, I think there's a few simple rules of thumb that you can leverage. One is CAC to LTV ratio. I know we talked about CAC and LTV during the presentation. And also looking at your eCPAs on the paid investment side of the house. But just to give you kind of an illustrative example of how to think through this, if you're spending, let's say, $1 to acquire a customer, and they're generating $3 over their lifetime, right? You should keep leaning into acquisition because the unit economics there are really good. And it seems like that is working, right? But let's say, for example, you're spending $3 to acquire somebody, and they're only really generating $3 over their lifetime or in return. In that case, you should probably start to shift the focus towards retention, right? And trying to find ways to deepen engagement and extend average tenure. But I think at the end of the day, using kind of that thinking in ratios and using that framework can help you, think about where you're going to deliver dollars that are going to actually generate the highest return.
Okay, awesome. Okay, next question we've got lined up. What does Roku think about churn or win back strategies?
Yeah, this is a great question. I think we think about growth holistically on the platform. It's not just about bringing in new users. It's about keeping the ones that we already have engaged, and then also winning users who have maybe lapsed, back into the ecosystem. And I would say kind of the strength of Roku is some of that flexibility that we have in our products and in our platform. And as it pertains to churn, we already have and will continue to invest into products that both help us on the active and passive churn front. And we also make churn data available in the analytics portal for D2C and premium subscription partners. So again, that's a key focus for Roku and really always will be. But I would say the bigger point is really just some of the adaptability on our platform, right? Our products are really built to kind of flex across the customer journey, so that partners can really put their investment where it creates the most value, whether that's acquisition, retention, or even win back strategies.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Okay, next question. How does Roku think about CAC and LTV for its lines of businesses?
Yeah, I mean, that's again another great question, Max. I would say at Roku, right, we operate across multiple fronts. We have a device business, we have our operating system, and now we have we have the Roku channel, which is an owned and operated app, and now we have Howdy and Friendly on board, right? So we have a lot of different businesses here at Roku, and I think each of those businesses have different unit economics. So the exact math, right, of CAC to LTV will really vary, but I would say rather than anchoring on a formula, right? I would say we're much more focused on helping our publishers ensure that lifetime value of a customer exceeds the cost of acquisition. For every partner in business, that's going to be a lot different. And the way that we think about that isn't just squeezing, every dollar out of a customer. And it's more about creating what I would call like an ecosystem where all of our partners, publishers, advertisers can find attractive economics on the platform. And, that's important to us because if your app is thriving, our business will thrive. So that's important.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Um, our next question, so about video ad, okay to install feature that's on the Roku channel, or can that be in our apps too?
Yeah, so I think the question is around D2C versus premium subscriptions, right? We're building features so that, these products can be leveraged across D2C and premium subscriptions. And you'll see, some of these products, I would call these interactive overlay products start to evolve, especially as we head into 2026.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Okay, next question. Is there something special that we need to do to appear on the Roku mobile app's discovery zone, or is that also powered by the JSON search feed?
Yeah, I mean, I would defer to the search team as they're kind of the technical authority on this front. Um, what I will say is that, the way that you make your content appear is by ensuring that you have strong metadata throughout, your JSON feeds, right? And, this also entails you being on Search 2.0, right? There's kind of a step function from Search 1.0 to Search 2.0, and now partners that are leveraging Search 2.0, can benefit from stronger feed validation, improved error messaging, and then greater use of TMS IDs. So again, I think the important part though is making sure that your metadata is structured and strong, because that will directly translate into more engagement and increased viewership.
Okay, awesome.
But defer to the search team. This is a little bit out of my circle of competence.
Okay, we can get that question over to the search team. So next question, what is the cost of the Roku showroom product?
Yeah, this is a great question. I would say pricing in general just really is highly contingent on several variables, right? I would say timing, right? When you're actually going to activate the availability. So what is available from an inventory perspective, and then the nature of your broader relationship with Roku. I think those three variables are really important. But what I can tell you is this: is that our products are really designed to be flexible, scalable. So no matter where you are in your partner life cycle, we're hoping that you find value no matter the cost. But specifics on pricing, I'd point you to the ad sales team, right? They can kind of walk you through exact options, and then also make sure you're getting the best fit for your precise goals.
Okay, awesome. Next question, what ML or AI or signaling is being used in the CPA product?
Great question. Obviously, I can't get into the mechanics of the models or signals or necessarily, how we make the sausage. But what really matters is I would say how these things are applied, right? We're leveraging Roku first party data to better understand user behavior, predict the likelihood of conversion, right? Whether that's installs, signups, whatever your key KPI is, and we want to optimize, our campaigns to that desired outcome. And so I'd say the focus for us is less on the algorithm and some of the inputs and more on the results, right? We want smarter targeting, better efficiency, and stronger performance for our publishers and partners.
Okay, awesome. Next question, will the new CPA strategy be available in the self-serve tool?
Yeah, it's a really great question. So we have two self-serve platforms right now: Roku Ads Manager, which is really purpose-built for video, right? And then we also have Roku Ads for entertainment, right? And we've kind of bifurcated these two platforms just because every vertical has different needs. Roku Ads for entertainment was built for entertainment partners specifically. I do not believe today we have the CPA product available in there. But again, if you are a partner that's looking to activate display ads, and leverage really great technology, Roku Ads Manager for entertainment will be the best path forward. And then, if you're looking to run video ads, Roku Ads Manager is really a great tool. Small budgets can go a really long way, and it's a really good opportunity, no matter your budget more broadly, to get started on Roku.
Okay, great. All right. So last question as of now. About the stream experience for video ads, is that available now to discuss with success partners? I think maybe Arturo means partner success. Maybe, I don't know. Is it meant to access specific content, or can we also convert free users with ads to premium ad-free users?
Yeah, I mean, I don't fully understand the question here. Um, but again, we're very open to having discussions around interactive overlays for all of our partners, right? Today, that is a paid product, right? That you need to leverage. But very open to having conversations with any partner of any size on how some of these stream experiences work on the platform.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Um, so that's our last question for now. This is the Slido. If you have more questions, or Arturo, if you want to dig a little bit, like elaborate a little bit and put it back in Slido, if we've still got time, we can get to it. But yes, please submit your questions. We still got time. So, buddy. Okay. If we don't have any more questions, we can go ahead and wrap up the panel for now. And so Anthony, thank you so much for joining us. And if I get some elaboration on that last question, I will send it over to you. Um, and then other than that, we'll start getting ready for our next panel. Thank you all at 10:30. So we got a little bit of time. 10:30 Pacific. Oh, wait, we got one more snuck in. Hang on. Um, question from Max. I believe you touched on it, but what tactics will help drive the most acquisitions, retentions, and monetization across apps?
Yeah, this is can everyone, yeah, you can hear me. I thought I was on mute for a second there. This is a great question. I would say that this will vary based on the business and distribution model, right? So whether you're an SVOD or an AVOD partner on the platform, right? It's largely contingent on that. But I would say again, the beauty of our ecosystem is that many of these placements and tactics are interoperable, right? Meaning that they work across acquisition, retention, and monetization all at the same time. And I know during the discussion, we talked about kind of the four core moments to really maximize value on Roku, which is set up, doorways, experiences, and stream moments. And that's why it's super important to lean into all four of those core pillars. But just to kind of give you guys an illustrative example, take the marquee or spotlight ad, right? You can use this to acquire new customers with targeting. You could also apply targeting where you can engage with your existing audience base using those two products. And then you can even target users who have maybe lapsed, right? So if someone left in the last 30, 60, 90 days, you can really use the marquee and the spotlight ad to target some of those lapsed users. And so I would say the interoperability of the product suite is really the unlock. And instead of thinking in silos, right, I would say that we kind of want to encourage a lot of the partners to think about this as a continuum, right? And the most effective tactics on Roku are ones that you can kind of flex across the entire customer journey. And so I think that's the beauty of working with us. And I would say that that's kind of the advantage of some of these products.
Okay, awesome. All right. So I don't think we have any more questions. So we will call it. Thank you so much for joining us. And then yes, our next panel will start at 10:30 Pacific. So you've got a little bit of time. Go grab a cup of coffee and come back ready for the next panel. Thank you all.
Thank you all.
Yes, thank you all so much. See you later.